What's up there, everybody? I'm back from Key West, exhausted. It's been a long day, and there's something that I wanted to talk about in reference to Robert the Doll and curses and things like that. So, as I've been posting Robert the Dolls, there's always been one or two people that say there's nothing haunted about Robert, and that may or may not be true. But I'm not going to go in front of Robert and grab myself and flip him off and do all this other stuff. Just because out of respect. Hundreds of letters pour in about Robert the Doll. Excuse me. Hundreds of letters come in. I was reading a lot of them. And if you don't believe me, go to the tour. Go take the tour. It's only a few $100 from Florida, wherever you're at. Fly to Key West. It's I think it's $40 for the tour, and then I think it's $90 for the VIP. You get to go everywhere. But he tells the story of Robert the Doll and the things that happen. And it doesn't matter whether you go to a cemetery or whether you go to a place where bad things happen, you disrespect. I was at the Whaley House in San Diego. Yankee Jim was hung for rustling cattle, pretty extreme. And they let me go in 15 minutes early. One of them recognized my channel and said, "Hey man, Sean, you got 15 minutes before the next tour. Have at it." A little bit of street noise and stuff like that. And the EVP, very faint. I'm still trying to clean it up. You can go to hell. You can go to hell. And now I asked Yankee Jim, "Were you hung here?" Out of disrespect. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I got back to my hotel room. I was drinking a cold beer. It was a beautiful San Diego Saturday afternoon. I'm sitting in the hotel playing back the faint EVP, and I go in the bathroom. I started to shave, and for whatever reason, it looked like I nipped my left ear. It's bleeding, but there's no cut. It's weird. Okay, and then I had whelps on my neck, like rope burns. I have all these pictures. Anybody likes to see them? Everybody like to see them. And I had some nice set of three to four scratches on my arm. And I politely opened my room to the door. Opened the room to my the door to my room, the hall door right there. Opened it up, and I said, "Yankee Jim, you need to go." I said, "I'm sorry. That was disrespectful. I don't normally ask questions like that. Were you hung here?" And I rarely, when I go to a lot of haunted jails and places like that, I don't really ask that question much anymore, because they were hung there and they have to relive that, or they're, even if they've moved on or beyond, they've moved on. It could make something bad happen. So I'm not using that I don't say that much anymore. But the thing with curses, if you go to any place, you go to a cemetery where somebody had passed away that was a robber, or or somebody that was mean in life, or somebody that was a significant person that killed people or something, and you go disrespect that grave, you piss on it, or you say, "Yeah, you're an asshole," or you say something, and then something happens to you later, or something comes back to visit you. Whether you believe it or not, the bottom line is I'm not going to go out and try to purposely piss things off, and then something happens later. I'm not going to take the chance. And the same with Robert the Doll, or any other entity, or any other ghost, spirit, or anything you disrespect. It could come back to get you. You know what I mean? And I'm very respectful when I go to cemeteries. I don't set my gear on top of random gravestones. I just set my K2 on. I don't do that out of respect. I see people that do that, to each their own, but I don't do that. I'll stand back with it, unless it's my family or somebody that I know, or it's Lizzie Borden. Sure, put all your stuff up there. But the thing I'm trying to say is, be respectful. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. Or go see it yourself. I'm a skeptic. I'm the biggest debunker. I am. But the few times, the 3 or 4 times I've seen Robert the Doll now, there's a long history with that, and you can read about it. Well, there's a lot of history behind Robert the Doll. It goes all the way back to occultism, to Germany, to possibly voodoo. There's a whole history. That doll's 100. I think they said it was 130 years old. And that dog looks just as creepy also. But anyway, I just wanted to do a little rambling, talking about cursed and spirits and things like that. But cheers, everybody. Have a great Saturday night. I am absolutely exhausted. We got the Blakely, I think it's March 15th, Ghost Hunting Housewives, Maps Paranormal, and Misty with her paranormal. Um, she does the podcast True Crime, and she's going to be out there also. And it's going to be an amazing event. You can go on Ghost Hunting Housewives. You can see that if you're local. Blakely is something that we all tapped the first time. Me and the Ghost Hunting Housewives. We the first time it was ever investigated was just the four of us, and SLS hits and everything. So it was crazy. A lot of stuff coming up, man. A lot of stuff. April, Cajun Country Paracon. Hope to see y'all out there. And take care, everybody. Stay spooky.